Welcome to Microbeast version 3, step L, adjusting the cyclic swashplate limit. We're going to step into the step L in the setup menu. I like to use a voltmeter in conjunction with listening to the servos buzz. But you can do it without a voltmeter. You just got to listen to those servos. So I recorded that noise too. The goal of this step is to get as much swashplate throw as possible without binding. You got to check it at high, low, in the middle, get as much as you can, and then look at your status light. If your status light didn't come on, or if it's purple, you're going to have to decrease the length of your servo arms or increase the length of the outer swashplate balls. If you do that, then you have to go back and do steps G, J, and K again. But if you get a blue light, of course you're good. I was red on the verge of going blue, so that was good. Microbeast talks about the control loop all the time in the manual. And since the Microbeast controls the servos, including the travel, when they talk about the control loop, they're talking about the resolution. It'd be like if you were setting up a regular helicopter and you had to cut the servo throw way down. There just wouldn't be much resolution there for your transmitter to work with. Same way with the control loop. I had to lengthen the slot in my anti-rotation bracket by about 1/4 of an inch. Because it fold down, the alignment pin was hitting the bottom of the slot. So I took it off, I got a Dremel, and very carefully lengthened the slot. The other option would have been raising the swashplate by making the rods going from the servo to the balls longer. I didn't want to do that because the follower arms were perfectly level at 0 pitch, so I wanted to keep them that way. So I thought the easiest way was to lengthen that slot, and that worked out good. So this turned out to be a pretty long process. Checked it at high and low in all the corners, and I don't know, I just kept getting this little bit of binding in some corner or another. Had to start over a couple times. And I wanted to get at least 10 degrees, so I kept fiddling with it, and finally it come in. I got 10 degrees. It took some messing with. I still got binding there in that corner. And I'm using an old, almost dead battery because I didn't want to use my life battery. I don't know. Because I know I'm going to be stalling the servos. I didn't want to stress them too much. Like I finally got it here. Ended up with just over 10 degrees, which is good. And I was glad this step was over and I wasn't the only one. I think my little voltmeter thought it was time to quit too. I swear I didn't touch that thing. It just fell off on its own. That was funny. But go ahead, step out of the menu and shut it off. And next up is steps M and N. Checking the sensor direction and setting a pirouette optimization direction. Then we'll be done with the setup menu. We can go test fly.